Good evening and welcome to Cooking Under Quarantine. Today we've got something sort of special, and what that is going to be hard to tell. But it's always been a surprise for me and very pleasant, which is breakfast for dinner. So for our cocktail hour, we're going to make a champagne cocktail, Doomsday cocktail hour. Then for our appetizer apocalypse, we're just skipping it. And for our main course meltdown, we're going to do some birds in the cage or something. Caged bird never sings, bird in the hole is worth two in the Bush administration. Not sure how it goes. But let's start off with our cocktail. Today we're going to make the French 75, which is named after a cannon used in World War I, a French cannon. And it was the war to end all wars, and here we are at the end of all things. So I thought it'd be pretty appropriate. I'm going to do some equal measurements of lemon juice, cognac, gin, and then just a wee little bit of grenadine in here. Give it a nice fun flavor. Fun like blood. Give that a quick little stir. I like serving this in the Collins glass because it looks like the kind of shell from the artillery piece. Gives you a nice little, we might be all drinking out of artillery shells when the time comes. But let this serve as our primer. So I'm going to kind of pour this into the base here. Buddy, did I get... Alright, well one will be a little bit weaker, but that happens. It's the ice cube distribution, that's what it is. That's the only reason that's that way. And then, top it up with bubbly. So they call this the French 75 because a particular piece of artillery was supposedly pretty fearsome on the battlefield and was very light and nimble and would sneak up on you. And there's a fair amount of booze in this cocktail, and the champagne is going to really help that become a little bit sneakier. Okay, top this up again. Try to really recork the champagne very well. Yeah, got it. The cognac thing works perfectly. Lovely. Alright. So, got a little bit of this butter melted here. I'm going to throw this bacon into the pan. A couple pieces of bacon, get it searing, release some of the fat that we need. We're going to top this off along with some of the sausage that we made last night. The sausage siege will come to an end tonight. Just so languid. Yuck. It was a gross word to use to describe food. Let me just open up all the drawers to see if there's any rope in any of these. Not a fork, that's good. Hope for the future, perhaps not. Should we be thankful for the fork? Absolutely. And I'm going to try to get this bacon separated. It's trying to huddle together for warmth, which is sort of understanding during the apocalypse. But in this case, it's getting fried alive, so actually, it's not helping itself. We got these cut in about half length, so they're going to be the right length for our everything is broken bagel bread. Birds in the pocket. I don't know. Pocket in the pocket. Pocket inside of pockets. I hate those guys. Let's talk about a useless thing for holding change. Please, we stopped believing in change after the Obama administration. Well, and hope too. Yeah, that's a pretty good cocktail. You know, a lot of people add more simple syrup into it, but I think it's kind of already sweet enough. And besides, sugar rots your teeth in the apocalypse. You might need those guys because they can make a cool necklace for your enemy, and they might be the only currency in the future. So we've got our bacon and sausages pretty well cooked. I am going to throw these out on a little piece of paper towel and make sure that they get a lot of their little bit of fats onto this piece of paper towel here, because we're going to eat the paper towel later, because that's where all the real flavor lies. And taste the bleach. Throw these guys out here, and then we're going to throw our bread into this beautiful oil mixture, and throw some eggs in the center, and then cook our little holy ones, little munchkins, and everything should be pretty tasty, I think. But I don't know. It's breakfast for dinner. It's already weird. We're breaking some laws here. I'm certain of it. There's a reason that breakfast is at the time of day that it is. And our lizard overlords are going to get upset at me for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I got nothing left to lose. I'm cooking on the edge! Ugh. Egg. Let's throw our little donut holes in here to just become little fry breads. Top it up. We're going to wait for that to coagulate. Sexy term for proteins. Yeah, this is pretty good. There's a version of it, I think it's called like the French 125. That's a bigger cannon because I think there's absinthe in it, which really get you where you're going, allegedly. Not like I've ever had it, but we'll let that cook for a little bit, and then we're gonna put some cheese and bacon on it and broil it a little bit, and everything's gonna come out awesome. Cheese on these. Alright, so we got this nice and cooked, and we get this out onto a tray. Nice and gay. And I'm going to actually use our little creme brulee torch here to get this cheese perfectly GBD. And then I will add our meat stuffs on top of it. Let's get this baby rolling. Fire it up. Wilding out. You might say to yourself, wow, that's a lot of cheese. And you'd be right. The question you're asking yourself isn't the right one. Because the real answer is, it's always the right amount of cheese. Because it's a lot of cheese. Look at that. Does a little bit of burn good? Absolutely. That is a nice bitter flavor. That's going to come along for the ride here. Oh, cheese is like frying itself. I'm frying because I'm not going to get to eat this soon enough. Does it seem like a waste of natural gas, oil? No, because it's so cheap right now. Just keep burning it. Burn it all. Burn those dead dinosaurs. Hate those guys. Well, except for the Disney TV show Dinosaurs. That was a great one. Love giant puppets, or actors in puppet costumes. It's done here. I'm just going to hit it with some salt. and some pepper, and a little bit of this Creole seasoning here. Give it a nice, good covering of that. And hit it with the meat. Oh, just like I hit myself with the end of that hot torch. Nice burn, sick burn. I'll tell you, nothing smells quite as good as when you burn yourself with something. Very appetizing. Love it. So I'm going to do a taste test, do a little miniature version of this. I got a bacon, I got a sausage, I got one of these little guys. Turn that into a nice little, I mean, that could be art, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you're into, but we don't kink shame here because it's the apocalypse and gets your rocks off. Basically all you got. Love that.
Time is flying by.
All right, so I eat this breakfast for dinner. What's dinner for breakfast? Have the Martians who colonized Earth changed everything around in the beginning? Who knows? Time is a square circle, maybe. But the apocalypse is now. Thanks for joining us in Cooking Under Quarantine, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Or not. Who knows? Like and subscribe. And remember, eat it, don't eat it.